Hello and welcome to Animated Wonders, an Explosion Network podcast where we celebrate everything about animation. This season on the show, we're talking about Cowboy Bebop. Hello, my name's Blight. Joining me to discuss this week's episodes of Cowboy Bebop is Ashley Hobley.
Hey Dylan, excited to be here to jam again.
This week we are discussing two episodes, sessions 2 and 3 of Cowboy Bebop. So the first episode is Stray Dog Strut, originally aired in September 3rd, 2001, directed by Ikurō Satō and written by Michiko Yokote. A synopsis was: Spike and Jet go after Abdul Hakim, who has stolen a data dog from a research facility for an 8 million Woolong reward. It turns out they are not the only ones after him. What do you make of episode 2 of Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah, a lot of fun. Obviously, again, kind of setting up more of the world. Kind of basic, I guess, in the overall scheme of things. Like, it is one guy has got stolen something, and it's not what he thinks it is, and then they're chasing this creature around the entire episode. And again, they fail at getting a bounty. So, kind of weirdly setting up a common theme for these first few episodes. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's great to see Iron. I forgot that it was introduced so quickly, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I can't remember. Do they call him Iron in this episode? I don't.
At the end, they do.
Yeah.
At the end of the episode, finally, yeah. I think that the episode sort of, after episode 1, this one just is a bit of a more fun adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially when, that the first episode ending with that sort of,
Depressing.
blaze of glory, everyone dies.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bit more tense in compared to this one, which is at times silly. And then you get the humor between Spike and Iron as well. I mean, this is an episode in which Spike is walking a dog at some point, so it's just I think it's just a little bit more lighthearted, I guess. Just helps show the opposite ends the show can go to across its journey as well. Key episode moments. So the first one I had down is Spike and Abdul chase, which is more comedic in tone. So it's sort of what I was talking about, but I just wanted to highlight this as, I think, the highlight for that, which is when they're both just going after each other. But Spike's being very cheeky during this whole part and running away. And then even Abdul, as this week's villain, is obviously very stoic and silent, badass, silent bad guy type. But even then they do some more comedic stuff with him. Be that the fact, even when he loses the dog is sort of funny, and his reaction coming out of the ocean and then asking what time it was, the getting the card reading done, just they treat him a bit more
stealing the
comedy.
The wedding car.
Yeah. Stealing the wedding car, yeah. They use the villain in this episode, I think, for a bit more laughs than the first one. So, and then the second moment I thought was worth highlighting is obviously we get Iron as a companion, as much as Spike doesn't want it. So, just by the end of the episode, we've now got a Corgi on the Cowboy Bebop.
Yep, we do. I will say, watching this first episode, I'm like, really? He was inside that briefcase? I don't know if he fit. I think it's a little bit too pudgy to fit.
I think the implication Corgis can just
squish is the implication.
Squish, yeah, really good. Also, too many jokes about eating him. Several people mention
times.
Eating him. Yeah. Don't need that in my life.
Too many times for my liking. Yeah,
too many times.
But yeah, I think what I saw, and maybe didn't pay attention the first time, was he's pretty smart. He is literally pushing the buttons on that steering wheel as they're going on the bridge and that kind of stuff. personally, I guess, jumps on Spike's head and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, Iron's a little delight. So I'm very excited to see him on screen. He's very adorable. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, I'm also on this rewatch. I also forgot how early Iron comes into it, but then I was also like, maybe the last time I didn't watch the episodes in the actual proper order because I don't think he comes into like
order.
halfway in the Western release order or whatever.
Which does make sense because they had the dog.
Yeah,
like in the next episode, like keep his.
But that doesn't play next either. Episode 3 doesn't play episode 3 initially either. Both these episodes are all out of whack.
I know, not according to Wikipedia.
Okay. I think I looked it up the other day, but character focus this week, Jet. So talk about Jet for a minute because we didn't talk really about him last week. But so I put down Jet as the backbone to the bounty hunting, and that he helps keep Spike in check. And then across these first 2 episodes, you get an idea that he seems to have a bigger heart than I guess he looks. If he was to judge him by the way he looks, we don't though have a good idea across these 2 episodes the actual relationship that he has to Spike or what drives him to do what they do other than the money, I guess. You get an inclination, at least from Spike, I think, in the first 2 episodes, that it's not just about the money, because if it was, he wouldn't be doing it. Or, like, you get a sense he enjoys the fun, the thrill of it as well. So, what do you make of Jet across his first 2 episodes?
The first 3? Or just the first 2?
I can go 3 if you want.
3? Well, I mean, the third, jumping ahead, I guess, a little bit, but he kind of established himself as former police. So you do get those kind of vibes, I guess. But yeah, I mean, he's a little bit more laid back, but he's clearly the more responsible one of the 2, kind of keeping everything in check, and is able to do tech stuff and that kind of thing. He's missing an arm, so I guess that all makes sense. So, yeah, I mean, it's a classic odd couple kind of thing where he is more stoic and responsible, and Spike is kind of go with the flow and impulsive.
Yeah, definitely get like a father figure vibe, especially when Jet's the one doing all the cooking and all that sort of stuff, and Spike's just lounging around complaining about everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just feet up on the couch, like, I don't want to do it. So it's fun. What are your wondrous elements for this episode? So, of course, pick from these: animation, visual style, music and sound design, voice performances, world building, emotional impact.
Animation, because Iron looks really great, and all the weird animals that you see in the little shop. It was this episode. You also have that wide shot of the city they're in, like, is in a Mars crater.
Right, yeah.
But like, then you also see there's some sort of train that goes through, which I'm guessing is going from crater to crater. That looks very cool, and you obviously have the opening shot of them going through the wormhole space portal thing that we'll get a better look at later in the series. So that's all looks really cool. I'll go music again this episode. I think again, like, kind of mixing it up, new tunes and that kind of thing. So I'll go those 2.
I'm going music because they play a couple. Like, I mean, you can nearly pick music every week, I assume, as we go across. But I go music because they play some good tunes across the episode, especially during the chase and all that sort of stuff. And then go world building because Iron added, and then also seeing the wide shots of Mars and everything they show, and then just the introduction of characters, a bit more. You see a little bit more element of the class structure across the planet and how that's playing out in the future and stuff like that. So, what's your favorite scene, sequence, character, or moment from this episode?
I mean, it's when Iron's revealed for the first time. It's like, Spike's got a gun to this random thief, I guess he is. I was going to say unsuspecting person, but he stole that briefcase.
He did steal that briefcase.
Who then is ultimately punished and has to work for that old lady, even though he didn't really do much. But yeah, Iron popping out, being revealed for the first time, very cute.
I'm going to say my favorite moment is the 18th time that character says, "Seems that way." Seems that way.
Seems that way.
Seems that way. For some reason, it was tickling my funny bone.
Yeah.
We gotta catch him. This could happen. Yeah, it seems that way. Good bit.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our second episode for this episode. So session 3, Honky Tonk Woman, released September 10, 2001, directed by Kunihiro Mori, written by Ryōta, Yamaguchi, and Keiko Nobumoto. Spike and Jet first meet Faye Valentine at a casino, who is involved in a scam with a mob boss in an attempt to relieve her massive debt. They find out Faye is more devious than first appears. What do you think of this week's casino episode?
Yeah, another good one. Obviously, setting up, introducing Faye, who is obviously going to be a pivotal character in the series, but also not like establishing her as part of the crew straight away. Like kind of setting up as like this antagonist. I'm sure if you watched it for the very first time, you're like, "Oh, that's just another." And didn't watch the opening credits.
Yeah,
you're like, "Oh, that's just another antagonist that they're gonna have to deal with."
Yeah,
that's her for this episode. But yeah, it's a fun setting. It looks really cool when it's animated and all that kind of stuff, and you get some cool gravity fights and that kind of stuff. So it's a good time.
Yeah, I think this one's very fun. Obviously, there's just something about a casino heist thing. Like
it's like something that we know that they've brought to this fantastical world. Super futuristic world.
Yeah, always feels good. It's very playful between all the characters. Great, just funny moments too. Was like Jet coming in, like being like, "Oh, there's a fight happening. I wonder who." Spike, there's lots of stuff. Again, I feel like this, much like the second episode, more lighthearted, bit funner in tone as it go across. So, and I can't remember the order these episodes play out because it's been so long. So now I'm sort of like, we get 2 fun ones in a row. Is episode 4 a bit more serious? I don't
Depressing,
know. Find out soon. All right, so moments for this episode I wrote down. So moment 1, Spike and Faye meet and start off a rocky relationship with flirtation and drama. So obviously the blackjack table, Spike just eyeing her, not looking down at all. And we know he's a ladies' man, so it's not overly shocking. But then just the way it all plays out with, because she's expecting that chip, and just the way it's like, no, I got 1 chip left. I might keep it for luck. And then her just chasing after him was like, it's good fun. Enjoyed all that. So, and then moment 2, Faye's escape and the ending, because I guess that really helps solidify, especially if you are watching it for the first time. Then when she comes back, you already know that she's a capable
person
member to join the
because she steals Jet's thing, right?
Yeah, whatever it is, I don't know.
But I know what they'll be calling them. So.
No, I don't know. But
Jet ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speeder.
Sure.
Mini ship. Mini bop.
Bop
beep. I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, obviously the highlight character for this episode was Faye Valentine. I put down, shown to be a survivor that can handle many different scenarios and play people against one another. And then I think the other thing that stands out about her, especially in this introduction story, and the way she's first introduced, the first scene, and then throughout this, they very much, I think, want her to fit like the femme fatale vibe. And this whole episode nearly has like a film noir female fatale like feel about the character and the way it's like sort of played out and stuff. Do you get the same vibe? Or?
Oh, absolutely. Like she is set up as this femme fatale, but also has this, but also is like weirdly that idea is shattered by her over the top reactions to certain things, like him not giving her the chip and that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, that opening shot to this episode of the, I don't know, casino boss or whatever, like putting his hand up her leg and then pulling out that card, I think very suggestive. So, you know, that's why this show wasn't watched everywhere.
There are some things in this episode. The other thing I think I forgot to mention, like, you just reminded me of, in the second episode, it's like the cowboy, the bounty hunter
Big Shot
TV
Bounty Hunter show.
Big Shot Bounty Hunter show, where the girl for some reason just has a vest not buttoned up on or whatever the hell
She is using a lot of double-sided tape.
Yeah, a lot of double-sided tape. Yeah, which is anime.
You know, I mean, you could say what you want about the Japanese people about how sexist, I guess, you know. But we also come from Western culture that every single, you know, female in a medieval setting needs to be wearing the tiniest, skimpiest outfit. So, you know, is everything, you know.
It's true. It's true. Any other thoughts on or things about Faye from her introduction?
No, I think she set up as resourceful and, like, obviously, you know, someone with an interesting past with having accumulated this massive debt and all that kind of stuff. And then she is able to kind of talk her way out of the terrible situation she's gone to. She can obviously pick locks and all that kind of thing. So, yeah, I mean, they establish her as a very interesting character pretty quickly.
Yeah. You definitely, by the time the episode ends, you want to see more of her. You know, you would hope to see her return.
Yes. But again, I feel like if she wasn't in the opening credits, you would be like concerned that she wouldn't be coming back. But
Wondrous elements for this week's episode. Which two would you pick?
Animation again. I feel maybe even just because of that. The first time they go to the casino, it's like all these neon signs and all that kind of stuff. It's a really cool set, and that kind of stuff. Otherwise, maybe voice performances this week, just because, you know, it's a lot of fun. There's the changing tones and that kind of stuff, and it's lots of fun back and forth banter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go animation visual style for just because it's the casino and, you know, the similar stuff to you, bright lights, all that sort of stuff, that and the vibe and everything looks really good. I mean, even the ship drone thing, whatever the hell she calls in, that's, you know, into the casino, like smashing through the window, and like there's a lot going on in this episode, as silly as the episode may be at time. And I mean, there's also a lot of characters that they had to draw in for it across the casino is another thing, I think. But then I'll pick world building as well, just because of Faye's introduction as obviously a big highlight, and building out that team that we're going to get to across it. So, what was your favorite moment, scene, sequence, or character?
I mean, I think it's the fight on top of the ship when they're going to do the exchange. It seems like they're going to, they do take the shot at Spike, and Spike takes him out, anti-gravity, kicks him off into the abyss.
Nothingness, the abyss, yeah.
Which is the scariest, in my opinion, one of the scariest things that could happen to you. Like being
just floating
off
out
into
there
space,
until
no gravity, no air, you know. You know, you either wait in the desperate hope someone finds you, or, you know, pop that helmet.
Pop that helmet. Don't wait for death to come to you. Just pop that helmet.
Yeah.
I'll say the chip sequence. Just, I've already mentioned it, but just Spike's taking the chip and then her chasing after him, and the fight that comes out with those guards afterwards. Like that whole sequence there, just the way that all plays out, it's a lot of fun. Very chaotic, very silly at the same time, but very fun. Any final thoughts across the session 2 and 3?
One thing that I did notice this episode that I don't think I'd ever noticed before was that they called the Bebop a fishing ship, which in hindsight makes a lot of sense into like its makeup and Obviously in the second episode, it lands in the water and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
that was like a interesting tidbit that I hadn't noticed before. So yeah.
Repurposed. Why not?
Yes, repurposed.
Probably got it for cheap.
Yeah,